Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, or whenever you're watching this. So this is Gillmans Lake. Don't fish this very often, to be honest. I think the last time I fished it was on the Super Sixes, which is Steve Heath's match. So this is a pairs event. So I'm with Jason Crump. I fish a lot of pairs matches with Jason Crump. So we are on Ian Gardner's memorial match. I believe there's 19 pairs fishing. I'm not sure if one pair dropped out, so it might be 18 pairs. So just in case I got it wrong, 18 or 19 pairs fishing. So Jace is on States Lake. We both on peg 5. So when you draw your number, and both of you are on the same peg, so it makes it nice and easy, I guess. I've drawn probably not the best, but definitely not the worst. As you can probably just about see, I've got a load of lilies to my right. There's an empty peg to my right as well, which obviously is going to help. So you like to think I'll be able to catch some fish against them lilies. I didn't know, but there's an aerator, and the aerator did come on. So if you ever fish this peg, be careful. The aerator comes on is slightly to your left, so make sure you put your bait to the right out of the way, because it's like a big bubbler. So I didn't know that, so I got a little bit caught out. It's a crucian carp, that is. I ain't caught a crucian carp for years. Absolutely mint condition. Looks like it never ever been caught before. It was only about 8 ounce. Darren next to me had one bit bigger. I tried to get a photo. I asked him if he wanted a photograph. He had one about a pound. So, and again, it was mint. So the beauty of Gillmans, for those who don't know, Gillmans is wow, it's all under the South Cerney complex. So it's a club water, and Gillmans basically is like a bit like a tench lake. There's some rudd, roach, obviously crucians, and there's quite a lot of bream in that. Obviously there's perch. I believe there's a few chub in here. Don't quote me on that, I might get it wrong. So obviously when that float goes under, you ain't got a clue what it is. The water's very clear, as you can probably expect from like a gravel pit. So I fished quite a long line between my pole tip and my float because I was a little bit conscious that the sun was quite bright, even though it's supposed to have like loads of rain. I think it rained itself out last night, which obviously has not helped the fishing at all. We've had loads of cold rain go into the lake, and obviously I think it's and been on the water table as well. Obviously it hasn't helped. Not making excuses for the venue, far from it. I think quite a few venues did suffer today. Apart from Ivy House, I see the weights at Ivy House. Wow, 180, 170 on the old match lake, so that's good weights. Anyway, so that's the biggest rudd I've ever caught in my life. I'd imagine it was probably more like a pound and a half. So, well, it had to be honest. So I just caught that on the deck, which is a bit weird. I thought I would have caught like shallow fishing, like casters or maggots, but I never. Well, I caught a couple of tiny little roach shallow, so I soon bin that off, to be honest. Be great if you could subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's free. So what I've noticed today, for those who's interested, you might not be interested, this is not going to be the best video. It's a bit of a parrot cage, really. So it's like a proper good looking lake and that, loads of trees and beaches and stuff. You can see all the lilies and that. So I've only got one camera, so it's not like I say it's going to be like super interesting, but I've hooked a tent short. I've cupped in some ground bait loose to my left and fed casters, and then to my right I've just loose fed maggots. In front at 13 meters I've just fished worms and ground bait, which I think was wrong, to be honest. I think because we had so much cold rain, I don't think that was right, because then I've started a new line probably about an hour and a half in, which was bad. I've put some maggots and just loose ground bait and just fed that, and that was loads better. Didn't lose food over it at all, and I caught a few fish on that, some skimmers, a couple of big rudd. And the reason why I say it was bad, I wish I'd done that sooner. I wish I fished 2 different lines. I thought, complacently, because I don't know the lake, I thought I'd catch on worms and casters in ground bait. Now, I could be wrong, but I think we've just had so much rain and stuff. I just don't know. I just think that maybe the water temperature dropped, and I don't think necessarily worms and casters. But I say I could be wrong. because I don't know it that well. Maybe it just didn't fish because of all the rain. And also this lake, correct me if I'm wrong, for those who fish it a lot in the club matches and that, I don't think it normally gets like 19 people fishing it. I know the last year, I know that they had quite a few on the evening matches, but tench evenings, summer, that's a good time to catch tench. Any fish, to be fair. But today, I think a day match was quite bright sunshine, flat calm, all that rain. Maybe water was a bit too cold for worms, maybe. Um, but I definitely caught better on maggots. I've hooked this fish on 09, a size 20 hook and a single maggot. Just taking my time with it, to be fair.
Don't take the piss. Fuck, I think I've done well to get that out. I got that out in 09. £3.
What was really important was to rotate lines. So that's what was key. When you're fishing short, you might catch 2 or 3 fish quite quick, but then you had to come off it. Fishing long, to be honest with you, just only really caught 1 fish on the line at one time. So it's quite important. I had a little bit of run against the reeds on the deck, but nothing crazy. Caught maybe 4 or 5 fish quite quick, and then that was it. So there's all the weights. Trust me, it's a fantastic water. I know that looking at them weights might think, oh, maybe not. There's some beautiful fish in there. So that's the biggest rod I've ever caught. So we were joint winners, but we lost on weight. So a little bit disappointed to come second. Jay's done really well again, and Dan done fantastic. I believe they've raised just under £2,000 for prostate cancer. So happy days.